Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Secretary, and I also want to thank you for your report entitled Reforming America's Housing Finance Market. I've read it over thoroughly, and while it might be a little light on some specifics in some areas and without a single concrete position on a way forward, I believe that it does come to a number of conclusions that will be very helpful for members to grasp as we move forward with this debate. So the first conclusion is that the federal government's housing policy did play a significant and leading role in the financial crisis of 2008. And the ongoing bailout of Fannie and Freddie is over $150 billion and counting, and that dwarfs any and all bailouts that occurred during the crisis. The second conclusion is that specific entities, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, must be terminated and should never come back to life. And this is important for everyone, from members to industry, community groups, and taxpayers, to understand that point. So I agree with the administration that these entities must be put on a responsible path to dissolution, and I will work closely with the administration to see that that's accomplished. Third point, and perhaps the most important conclusion in the report, is that a purely private mortgage finance market is very serious and an achievable goal. You know, many supporters of the status quo preach doom and gloom for the U.S. housing market without a government guarantee. And they would have us believe that any discussion of a purely private mortgage finance market is completely without merit and would return the housing market to its Depression-era status. But I believe the administration plans ends this argument once and for all, that no one serious in this debate believes our housing market will ever return to the 1930s. So I applaud the administration for taking this ridiculous rhetoric really off the table. So now that there is consensus on these issues, we need to decide what steps next to take. So here I also see a number of areas of continued agreement between the administration and myself. The first is a gradual increase of the guarantee fees. See, this is an important component of bringing more accurate pricing into the market. But any increase in these fees must correspond with an increase in FHA premiums in order to not push greater risk over there. So again, I look forward to working closely with the Treasury on specific legislation we may need to accomplish that goal. Now, the next area of agreement is on the need to reduce the portfolios of the GSEs. Currently at $1.5 trillion, these portfolios pose a significant risk to the American taxpayers and don't serve any real purpose anymore. So I believe these portfolios can be wound down at a faster pace without jeopardizing the fragile housing market. So I look forward also to discussing this with the Secretary in greater detail and how we must best shape that legislation to achieve that goal. A third area of agreement is on the Treasury support for higher down payment premiums. Now, I don't believe that down payments are the only factor that should be used to determine credit quality, but I am pleased to see that we both recognize this fact that they play an important role in the underwriting process. Fourthly, is an agreement on reducing the conforming loan limits. You know, to be able to afford a house at $729,000, a couple must make, they say, on average, around $250,000. Now, this is the same level that some in the administration and some of my colleagues on the other side of the aisle describe as being someone who is rich making that much money. So I'm glad that the administration has finally decided that the government should basically be out of the business of subsidizing those people who are rich in order to buy a house. And finally, an area that we have strong agreement on is a need to create a covered bonds market in the U.S. I agree that's not a cure-all for the system, but a covered bond market could provide significant liquidity benefits and help bring private capital back into the mortgage market. So, as the ranking member, Frank, so eloquently stated repeatedly during the former administration's tenure, when that was the case, I do find it a little bit odd that I'm here now this morning defending the current administrations and their proposals on so many fronts from their own party. But I do believe that it's an opportunity for us now to try to reach a broad-based consensus on all these issues up front. And finally, one final point of agreement that I failed to mention above, but that is probably the most important, in that we must never put the American taxpayer on the hook again for the failures in our private mortgage market. With that, I thank you, Secretary.